So this year's box is much smaller than last year's box, and it perfectly fits inside the Gan XS box right there, but there's a huge gap here, which in short means that the box is much smaller. So the next thing is this card. It's like a credit card for owning, like I don't know what it is. Let's just skip that, but it looks cool. Then you have the accessories box, and I'll only show what's important. So you have the bag, obviously, and then you have all of that. Then the CFOB guide, how to set up your cube guide. You have this mini screwdriver. The last thing is this really cool box for your tensioning tool and the extra set of core magnets, which I'll come to in a second, but let's just appreciate how cool this looks. Okay, so now for the moment we've all been waiting for. This is the Gan 11m Pro, and let's just appreciate how the box looks. Like, it presses down on this, so it releases these things, and there are hinges that push the box open. It's like really cool design. And then the cube. So yeah, it has primary internals, and it's like 4 or 5 grams lighter than the Gan XS. I don't exactly know how light it is, but I can surely not tell the difference by holding it. Let's get into first turns. Okay. So there definitely is a difference in turning. I can immediately notice that, but when you're turning just this one side, like slowly turning the cube, you cannot feel the core magnets at all. But then when you start doing algorithms, wow. The number of lockups I usually get on my Gan XS is significantly reduced on this one, and I haven't even set it up yet. And the speed, like the default setup, like the factory thing, is still really good. Okay, so I did 5 solves on this cube, and I must say this cube is better than the Gan XS. Like, people might say that there is no big difference between the Gan XS and the 11m Pro, but trust me, there is a big difference. I did an average of 5, and like my average time dropped by 2 seconds, and this cube hasn't even been set up yet. So I'm looking forward to setting it up and breaking some PBs, hopefully. Okay, so now let's quickly compare the key differences between the Gan 11m Pro and the Gan XS. And a quick note, I swapped the center caps, as you can see, because I'm not going to use the Gan XS anymore, and I wanted to preserve a perfectly good Gan cap, center cap. So yeah, that's that. So the first and the most noticeable difference is the Gan 11m Pro has primary internals, which basically means that the plastic used inside is white, and the Gan XS has black internals, which means it has black plastic on the inside. So the next most important difference between the two cubes is the magnet system. The Gan XS has adjustable magnets, and to adjust the magnets you need to push on these things on the edge piece. So that's pushed all the way inside, which is the weakest setting. If you push it all the way outside, that's the strongest setting, and if you somehow manage to get it in the middle, then congratulations, your cube is on medium setting. The magnets in this cube are only located in the edges and corners, whereas in the 11M Pro, there are corners in the core as well, which I'll get to in a second. But first, let's talk about how to change the magnet strength in this cube. You have this little thing in the corner piece which you're supposed to adjust with a screwdriver. So if you push it all the way to the right, that is the strongest setting. When you push it all the way to the left, that's the weakest setting, and in the middle is the medium setting. In my opinion, this magnet system is much easier to use than the XS one because they gave you a screwdriver, so you don't need to damage your nails anymore, and plus it's easier to get it in the middle setting as compared to the Gan XS. It's like really tough to push it in the middle. So that's the inside of the Gan 11M Pro. That's the core magnet system, which basically means that it's a magnet fixed into the core of the cube, which attracts the corner piece. So that's how the corner sticks to the core of the cube, which helps in the overall stability of the cube and reduces the number of lockups. So let's quickly compare it to the internals of the GAN XS. As you can see, the core has no magnet and the corner magnets are visible, and it has black internals. That's about it. Yeah, my cube is a little bit dirty because I've been using it for over a year. So, summarizing my thoughts, this is a really good cube and maybe even better than the GAN XS. So, if you have the budget, you should definitely consider buying this. And yeah, that was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and bye for now.